horrific death and destruction in Tavistock Square 9 years ago was the work of violent extremists. But in the years since, the accusation of extremism has been levelled wider and wider. Just last week, Cameron called for tackling extremist rhetoric, not just violent acts, stating, "We don't tolerate fascists in this country, so we shouldn't tolerate that argument when it comes to Islamic extremism." Except that we do tolerate fascists. The leader of the BNP appears on flagship BBC programmes. Neither the EDL nor Britain First have been proscribed. The reason we tolerate fascists is because we value free speech and freedom of conscience. The hysteria reached new heights with recent events in Birmingham. But the Muslim governors and parents caught up in the so-called Trojan horse row aren't the equivalent of the BNP. They're simply old-fashioned social conservatives who don't approve of music or sex outside of marriage. You don't have to agree with them, of course, but you can't call them extreme in the sense of a threat to national security. And it's not just our current Prime Minister. Tony Blair compared Birmingham schools to the gun-toting, hand-chopping Boko Haram terrorists. This is precisely where this strategy of targeting non-violent extremists is so misguided. If opposing gay marriage makes you an un-British extremist, then there are plenty of Anglicans, Roman Catholics, Jews and even non-believers who could be lumped into that definition, starting with the Archbishop of Canterbury. And if gender segregation is extreme, where does that leave Eton or Harrow or Cheltenham Ladies College? In fact, where does it leave those cabinet ministers who were members of the all-male Bullingdon Club? And no, it isn't extremist to use halal meat in Pizza Express, nor is it extremist to wear a headscarf or any other form of conservative dress per se, or to pray in the mosque 5 times a day. It's damaging to social cohesion and ultimately self-defeating to go after the funny-looking social conservatives when the evidence suggests the terrorists are more likely to be cricket-playing, club-going political radicals. The threat of violent extremism is too serious to risk alienating an entire community because some may hold socially conservative views on gender or disapprove of tombola. Let's focus our energies on those with the will and capabilities to harm us, rather than risk stigmatising those who may hold illiberal views.